Welcome back to Ask Matt episode 2, where you get to ask whatever questions that you want. I've got a stack of all sorts of 3x5 cards and a few 4x6 cards in here, and I am hoping to answer all the questions that you have submitted. I've got a ton of questions to go through, so there's no possible way I'm going to get through all of them today, but I'll get through maybe a snapshot. So here we go. If you could be any Disney character, what would you be and why? If I could be any Disney character, who would I be and why? If I could be any Disney character. I keep thinking about that character from Madagascar, Moto Moto.
So you're Moto Moto.
The name's so nice, you say it twice.
But he's not Disney. What Disney character would you be? I don't know. I was going to say The Little Mermaid because I love The Little Mermaid, but I can't be The Little Mermaid because I'd be a merman, and I don't want to be a Little Merman. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a Little Merman. What character do I want to be? Gosh, I used to work for Disney, and I can't think of who I'd want to be. Maybe we should narrow it down. I don't want to be Mickey. I don't want to be Minnie. I don't want to be Tinkerbell. We'll reserve Tinkerbell for Aaron Robbins. If I could be any Disney character, who would I be? Not Pluto? Is that even a character or is that just a planet? A has-been planet. I don't want to be Donald Duck. I don't want to be Daffy. If this was ever an interview question, like at a job, I would not get the job. I'm not very good at answering the question, what Disney character do I want to be? I think I'm going to go with Aladdin. Why, you ask? Who wouldn't want to ride around on a magical carpet? Who wouldn't want their own personal genie? Who wouldn't want 3 wishes? Come on. I can show you the world. We're going with Aladdin. Best chapstick ever. Next question. Explain Revelation. Number 1. Revelation is spelled R-E-V-E-L-A-T-I-O-N. That's how I explain it. That's not how I explain it. Here's how I explain Revelation. You ready for this? Listen up very closely. The end. Satan loses. Game over. For some of you, it'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I'm just kidding. Why do you get all hurt? Don't be all hurt. I'm just kidding. Sort of. You want me to explain Revelation? Here's Revelation. Jesus comes back. The Bible says every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. And so my hope is that you, my friend, will learn and realize and choose to trust that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. A lot of people get freaked out about Revelation, but the book of Revelation is actually pretty fascinating. I read it from beginning to end. It's not as crazy as some people think it is. So maybe give it a shot. It's only 22 chapters long. It took me like 2 hours or so to get through, and I am a slow reader. So maybe you can do it a lot faster if you're a fast reader. People text me while I'm asking Matt. Wait, while you're asking Matt, people are texting and it's distracting. It's distracting. Okay, back to business. Next question. Is it bad to date in high school? Well, that depends who you ask. Some people have kissed dating goodbye, but not you. The Bible doesn't really talk about dating at all. It talks about courtship in the book of Song of Solomon. That's a fun book for you to read. I would say dating is bad for immature people. Now, some of you just got offended. You're like, wait, but I'm immature. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're immature. Maybe for Black Friday, you can find some maturity on sale. Maybe you can buy some. Maybe you could give some to me. Is it bad to date in high school? No, it's not bad to date in high school, but I will say this, that a lot of people date for the game or the thrill of dating. If that's your intention for dating, then maybe you shouldn't be dating. Dating is preparation for marriage. So if you are dating a person and you know this is not the person I'm going to marry, then don't date them. Stop dating. Break up. Be done. Be free. 98% of high school relationships don't make it, but 2% do. So if you think that you're a part of that 2%, then date them. Go ahead. But here's the encouragement I would give you. Date in groups. That's the best thing that you can do is date in groups. When you're dating in groups, it eliminates temptations. And while the Bible does say, no temptation has seized you except for what is common to man, God remains faithful. He provides you a way out. While I believe there's a way out of every single temptation, when you find yourself watching Netflix thinking, let's chill, it's hard to get out of that temptation. Dating's not wrong. Dating's not bad. However, number 1, listen to your parents because they may have rules for you, and if they say you're not allowed to date, then dating is bad. But number 2, I would encourage you to date in groups because that's the best way to keep yourself out of tempting situations that are very hard to get out of. Next question. How old were you when you had your first GF? My first GF. Gosh, I'd say I was probably 5. Eventually she died. I was kind of sad, but I was like, there's more fish in the sea. I can always get a new one. Shoot, I'll buy one at Walmart.
Matt,
Yeah.
GF isn't goldfish, it's girlfriend.
Oh. Girlfriend. Oh, why didn't you say so? Definitely did not flush my first girlfriend down the toilet. Probably should have. I got my first girlfriend when I was a freshman in high school. Now she's married and has like 14 kids. I think she's a tree hugger. Glad I didn't marry that girl. Or flush her. Next question. No, I can't answer this question. This is silly. Okay, fine, I will. How did you get such a cute butt? Yeah, you know. Babes, you're not supposed to write those questions. Next question. How do you make friends in the high school ministry when you don't feel comfortable talking to anyone? I kind of think that's probably not completely accurate. If you don't talk to anyone, then like, do you just talk to yourself? Do you have an imaginary friend? I'm just kidding. For those of you who are introverted and those of you who are shy, take a jump, take a leap. Put yourself out there because you may never know what incredible lifelong friends you're missing out on. Be courageous, be strong, go walk across the room, extend your hand and say, hi, my name is, insert your name there, and just see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe you meet your best friend for the rest of your life because you decided to be courageous. Give it a shot. See how it goes. And let's say it fails. Let's say that person doesn't become your friend. Try it again. Let's say that person doesn't become your friend. Try it again and try it again and try it again because it's worth 4 people rejecting you and saying, I don't want to be your friend in exchange for the one person who will be your friend. It's worth it. A lifelong friend is hard to find. So give it a shot. Break out of your shell. Meet new people. And maybe, just maybe, you find your new BFF. Next question. How do I get my mom to see that my beliefs are important to me, not just something I get from my dad? Here's what you do. You walk up to her and say, Mom, my beliefs are important. I'm assuming that your parents are divorced. Mom and dad are no longer together. And whether that's the case or not, just be loving. Be loving to dad. Be loving to mom. 2 greatest commands that Jesus said. Love God, love others. When you love others, that's what breaks down barriers. That's what breaks down walls. Rather than just sharing scripture, sharing the Bible, I would just encourage you to live it out. Love God, love others, and start with your mom and dad. Next question. So what actually was in Big Al's van? That Tom Skowski. I tell you a private story about Big Al, and then you go blabber it around to the entire ministry. It's a secret. I actually don't know what was in Big Al's van, nor do I want to know. There were no windows on that van. But when you students graduate, I'll tell you the full story. Thanks, Tom. Next question. How do you know that God is real? Because I talked to him this morning. Because who else would have given me my wife? Mic drop. How do I know God's real? Because if you look all around the world, there is evidence everywhere about a creator. It's like nature is a fingerprint of a designer. Think about it. Scientists talk about a big bang, an explosion, and all of a sudden something comes from nothing, but we never see order coming from disorder. That never takes place. If a tornado were to go through a junkyard, picking up and throwing metals and glass and all sorts of things all around, the last thing that you're going to expect is for a big stealth bomber jet to be laying where the junkyard was. That just doesn't happen, nor does it make any sense at all. Chaos does not bring order. We never see that. To think that a big explosion will cause the intricacies of life to begin does not make sense. When you look at the insides of a cell, the anatomy of a cell, it screams that this has an architect. Somebody created it. And that somebody, I believe, to be God. Now we could talk all day long about why I believe in God of the Bible, but that's not your question. You asked, why do you believe in God? I believe that it's harder to make an argument that there is no creator than simply saying everything has been intricately designed. You don't believe me? Go YouTube the anatomy of a cell and watch a video about how crazy the inside of one living cell is. And you tell me there's not a creator. You tell me there's not a God. Next question. How are kids made? That's how kids are made. Next question. How long have you believed in God? Carry the 2, take the 4, square root of the 29 years. Yeah, I'm old, I know. But not as old as some of our leaders. Next question. What is your biggest regret? I'm a pastor. I don't have regrets. I regret giving up Oreos. Becoming a student pastor? Totally kidding. In all seriousness, I have one regret in life. My tattoo. Like I'm gonna show you. Fine. Yeah, right. You want to see my tattoo? Here it is. No regrets. Thanks so much for submitting your questions. If you have any more questions, write them on a 3x5, drop them in a box, or you could go to mixhs.com and submit your questions for Ask Matt online, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thanks so much for tuning in to episode 2 of Ask Matt.